Almost the same weight. Hagler coming in this morning at 157.5. Duran was 156.5. But Marvelous Marv enjoying an 8-inch reach advantage. And so we're ready to go. Live from Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. At stake, the undisputed middleweight championship of the world.
There's the jab from Hagler, and that's a punch that he will need tonight if he's to win against Duran.
Duran working the body of Hagler, and he gets a warning from the referee to watch it. We're halfway through the opening round. A bit of a right hand by Duran on the chin of Hagler was a glancing blow. Hagler has never been down as an amateur or professional. The last time Duran was down was 9 years ago. He was down twice in his career as a pro, both left hooks by Esteban de Jesus, oddly in the first rounds of those bouts, with Duran coming back and winning.
For those people who claim that Hagler would be awed by this event, this is the time when it would affect him. He would be tight in the first round and perhaps be hurt, as Duran hurt Leonard early in their fight. Gave a thumb to Davey Moore early in their fight, whether intentional or not. It blinded Moore's vision and helped him win that fight, and the Hagler camp very concerned about that tonight.
A slow boil here. We haven't had any eruptions as yet. Duran with a short left hand. Hagler with a left hand of his own to the side of Duran's face. Hagler there showing the stiff jab and then the left cross to the head of Duran.
And so it'll be incumbent upon Hagler, as he blocks that right, to use the uppercut effectively on the inside, as he's doing right there.
Hagler working with the free left hand there as Duran was holding on. It looks like Hagler's having no problem moving Duran. Hagler comes from downstairs with an uppercut. Hagler seems intent on getting off first. That right hand by Duran was short on the chest of Hagler. A left to the stomach by Duran as Hagler missed and was out of position. So the legend still has the cute moves, knows when to take advantage.
And as we said at the top, if there's a way that Duran would win this fight, I think it would be that way. He just slipped a straight left by Hagler. It's his defensive skills that I think will make this fight for him. Now on the inside, Hagler doing most of the punching.
Duran insists that he's in tip-top shape. He trained for most of the summer. Hagler did the same. Hagler just brought a right uppercut onto the face of Duran. Less than a minute to go in round 3. Duran with a left to the head. Hagler with a right to the head of Duran. Duran with a short right hand in the face of Hagler. Another right hand by Duran to the head of Hagler. Hagler with a big left hand that rocked Duran. Duran with a right uppercut. Duran moments ago ducked underneath an express train of a left hand by Hagler. Hagler caught nothing but air.
So far, Duran, while Hagler hasn't landed much, Duran's going for all those feints.
Right hand by Duran. Hagler with a left to the body. That backed up Duran for an instant. A big swat of a left hand by Hagler, the kind of jab that decked Caveman Lee in the first round. A right to the body by Duran, but he paid the price. Hagler countered with a left hook to the head. Hagler with a bit of a left hand. Duran with a right hand in response.
And there he does it. As soon as I said he hadn't done it, he switches to the righty stance.
Left hook to the head from the righty stance by Marvin Hagler.
Well, in the brief time he's changed righty, he's fought well against Duran.
In the workouts every day, Hagler fought several rounds right-handed to be sharp, to be able to show Duran that he can go both ways. We point that out because you should not be misled by the cheers of the crowd.
Good
Hagler with a right hand, Duran with a right hand. Hagler comes back with a straight left to the head. Right hand by Duran, and that was right on the chin of Hagler, but he's not hurt. And there's the bell marking the end of the 5th round.
This is a tactical fight, and the experts were divided on who they thought would win if it became this kind of fight. Many people felt Duran could not fight him from the outside, but Roberto's not doing that badly from the outside against Hagler.
A left hand by Hagler Duran shakes his head, no, I'm not hurt. The couple of jabs there by Hagler had put Duran off balance and wide open for the shot. Duran with a right hand after he was hit by a right by Hagler. So we're getting some toe-to-toe stuff here.
I think when Hagler switches to righty, he is much more effective against Duran, and there he does it now. He can land often in the righty stance. There's the good jab by Hagler. A good right by Hagler. This is the way he needs to be in this fight.
A hard jab by Hagler from the orthodox stance. Hagler with a left hook to the head. Hagler switches to lefty, goes to righty. And they're in the center of the ring now. Duran not been able to make full connections as much as Hagler.
And I think we're seeing the key to this fight. If Marvin Hagler could sustain his attack as a righty, I think he'd be very effective. Good uppercut by Hagler.
We're halfway through the 6th round. Duran with a right and left. Hagler here applying some pressure. He's gone into another gear.
And it's Hagler on the inside, not Duran, who's dominating the action as many people thought.
Hagler now digging in now, throwing shots, and he is catching Duran. Duran still coming forward. Big right hand by Hagler from the righty stance. That was his best punch. Less than a minute to go now, and Duran is starting to feel some of that power from Hagler.
And again, Marvin goes back to lefty. I don't know why he's so effective as a right-hander against Duran.
There's no question in this round, Hagler made up his mind to start to drill Duran, and he has approached Duran from a different philosophy, and that is, he has turned into slugger here. He was boxing Duran earlier in the fight. Duran is flat-footed, breathing hard, less than 30 seconds to go in the 6th, and Hagler is digging in and throwing shots from his heels.
And the strength of Hagler taking over here now, the first real middleweight that Duran has faced, and he's finding out how powerful Hagler is.
Hagler with the left hand, another left hand. In between, Duran missed with an uppercut. Hagler comes out righty.
Sal, I wonder if he deliberately fought the first few rounds lefty to lull Duran into a false sense of security, knowing that he could win with the right-handed stance.
Although he's switched now again back to the southpaw stance, Hagler giving Roberto a different look. He switches again.
Duran's left jab landing even better as the righty than his right jab was landing when he was southpaw.
Right hand lead by Hagler from the orthodox stance. Hagler with a left hook to the head. Both fighters smiling at each other. Lots of gamesmanship here as the crowd is chanting Duran's name. We're halfway through the 7th.
One of the misnomers about this fight was that Duran would not fight inside, that he would simply hold. He has been the one who's been dominant when they are inside. Good lead right by Hagler.
And you can hear that across the ring. Hagler pushing Duran to a fast pace here. He wants Duran to work hard. Hagler out-punching Duran here in the 7th as he did in the 6th, and Duran seems undismayed. He mocks Hagler, smiles at him. Hagler's expression is unchanged since he entered the ring. It's a menacing look.
Against Vito Antuofermo in their first fight, Hagler dominated all the early rounds, as he may be doing here against Duran. Ran out of gas, got frustrated when Antuofermo wouldn't go down. Will that happen in this fight if Duran can take it the full 15?
They're at close range, and Hagler rumbling pretty well. A right hand by Duran at the bell. We are approaching the halfway mark of the fight. Al, I want your impressions about how one man has been able to prevail his will over the other, or has that occurred?
Duran himself has avoided being hit really flush by Hagler, and now Hagler turns to righty, and watch how effective he is when he turns to this stance.
He made a pivot move and brought that left hook to the head. He just did it twice because of Hagler's ability to punch in bunches. Hard jab there by Hagler. Yet another one. A countering right hand by Duran. Duran comes out flat-footed for round number 9. A wide stance. It looks like Duran here wants to really rumble. He wants to get the Hagler at close quarters. Another right hand blocked by Hagler. Hagler with a 3-punch combination on the head of Duran.
Hagler slipping the jabs and pounding the body of Roberto Durán.
Then he came upstairs with some uppercuts.
And so far, no indication that Hagler is slowing the tempo. Good counter hook by Durán. It has no impact on Hagler.
Hagler threw a lead left hand, and Durán came with that countering hook. There's the bell for round 10.
And again, Hagler starts in the right-handed stance. He has switched up often in this fight. I think it has confused Durán, and as a righty, I still maintain Hagler has done his best work. Look at on the inside. This is where Durán was supposed to win, but instead it's Hagler. And there was an elbow from Hagler to show you that he is not above questionable tactics.
The fourth admonishment to Durán by the referee for a low blow.
And for all the hassles over the referee, Stanley Christodoulou has played a minor role in this fight. I think Durán is slowing down discernibly here in round 10.
And a right hand by Durán. Just when he was backing up, Hagler walked right into it. Less than 30 seconds to go in the 10th. Right hand high in the head of Hagler. Durán with another right hand. For all of the attack by Hagler, Durán is very much in this fight.
Well, he's still upright anyway, and that gives him a chance.
A hard left hand by Hagler. Durán came back with his own right. And it appears right now that Durán cannot hurt Hagler. Hagler with a big left hand at the bell, and Durán gives him a mean look.
Isn't it better for Hagler to put the pressure on Durán? Get him tired, working these last few rounds. But Hagler obviously has it in his mind to box in this 11th round.
Halfway through the 11th, Roberto Durán almost stationary in the center of the ring, following Hagler around. Hagler's best rounds were the 6th and 7th.
Hagler's preoccupation with the judging would dictate that he might not fight this way in the later rounds, but he is doing it, risking what he feels might be bias on the part of the judges against him.
Referee once again lets them battle their way out of the clinch with less than 30 seconds to go in the 11th.
And here's where a rally by either fighter might steal this round.
Hey, step back. Hey, step back. Okay, step back.
Certainly the quietest round of the fight.
After going toe-to-toe in the middle rounds. Right hand by Duran on Hagler's head.
He certainly picked up the pace on the inside, what we expected early from him.
Duran with a right uppercut. There's swelling underneath the eye, the left eye of Hagler.
This is starting to have some of the earmarks of the first Anna Fermo fight. Marvin tiring a little bit and perhaps letting Duran back in this fight. And of course that swelling under the left eye a factor now. Good uppercuts by Hagler.
In the first 20 seconds of this round, Hagler has been a tremendous force here. Hagler is cut.
But here in round 14, despite the sneering, it's been Hagler on the inside dominating the action, as you see him doing right there.
Big left hand by Hagler on the chin of Duran, but Duran is okay, so okay, he sneered again at Hagler. Duran now sensing that we only have a few ticks left on the clock, trying to get close enough, trying to get some punching room, but it's all Hagler down the stretch. Hagler with a big right hook and a left cross. Hagler takes a right hand from Duran.
To the head of Roberto Durán.
20-odd seconds to go in the fight. Left hand by Hagler, and Roberto Durán drilled Hagler with his own right. 15 seconds to go. Two warriors, two champions, going the full 15 rounds. Hands of Stone turned out to be a formidable opponent, and he rocks Hagler with the right hand, Hagler with the left, as we head for the bell.
For the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed middleweight champion of the world, Marvelous Marvin Hagler.